Yo, Vindicate coming through.
That's such
That
Thank you.
was
a good
Good job.
song.
that
Yeah.
was dope, dude.
Yeah.
It's
That got
such
me
a
hyped
good
up.
song. It's one
Right?
of the best. I would
Uh-huh.
probably say like it's one of the best, and like he just does such a good job. It's gonna suck because we're gonna get um I'm gonna have to take the copyright because he can't have that song on YouTube.
Oh, really?
So,
Oh,
and I mean,
man.
like the video will still play, but it doesn't have the same effect
Yeah.
Right,
as the
right.
music does. Like, and like he created it perfectly that each one of the drum beats, like a new bag
Yeah, yeah.
pops up. You know what I mean? Like it's so good. Slater, you don't know us.
Yeah, whatever, Slater. You don't know us. Come on, just go live. I know you all sitting there. Whatever.
Dude, we're
Whatever.
trying to have private time, bro. Jeez.
You don't know. Oh my god. Don't
Yeah, the
yo.
dinging, does
Yes,
that
Meg.
happen automatically, or is that like somebody reports it?
No, it's automatic.
Yeah.
Especially with
Automatic?
music.
Okay.
Someone asked me a little while ago, and it's like it's music. If you have music that's copy, like you can't. So
Which is interesting to me
True.
because you would think that we would get in more like copyrights with sharing people's reels and talking about them without giving credit. But I guess it kind of gives credit because when you pull up the reel, you still see where it's coming from. You know, and we always say
Very
like
true.
we got this reel on Instagram and you can see the person that shared the reel. You know what I mean? So maybe it's not. Whereas this, there's no, it doesn't say the name of the artist, doesn't say the name of the song, like it doesn't give credit that way.
it's
So
just it's
I
weird.
wonder. Yeah.
What's up, Omar, Senor Cornejo?
Oh, I
What's
can
up?
see the chat now. I love it. I can see when they roast me, if they roast me.
Yeah. Who let him on? They already started. Megan,
Yeah. Hi, Megan.
Hi,
Good to see
Meg.
you too. Good to see you too.
Corey Leonard. Oh, sausages, dicks, mustard. Oh, what's up, guys? It's good to see all y'all
Yeah.
hanging out. We're
Yeah.
It's been a minute. Good to see you guys.
we're definitely
Slater,
gonna hang
yes,
out.
I did make semis. Question is, did I do semis?
Did you?
I did not do semis.
Why not?
It was too hard because for me, like long story short, I do week on week off with my kids.
Yeah.
So Friday I got my kids. Well, one, I have 3 kids and they need dad and they want to do this, they want to go there. And number 2, coordinating that, getting 2 L1 certified people to be judges, to be around for 5 workouts and any possible redos just wasn't I just couldn't do it. So I said, you
Hard.
know what? I'll do some of the workouts over the next, I don't know, couple weeks. So far I've only done one, but that's all that's all I can do. So, and I'm not mad about it. I didn't even expect to make semis this year. My fitness wasn't even like consistent. It was just like those 3 workouts, the open workouts happened to be sort of wheelhouse workouts, and I did pretty good. So
That's awesome. Hey, I saw you. There's a bunch of things I want to talk to you about, but I definitely I'm not. Oh yeah,
I think I know one of them.
Trish has entered the chat,
Hi, Trish.
and I
Jeremy looks
do
like
know those horror movies. Jeremy looks like the first character to get killed in a horror movie.
Is Garrett second then? Or what?
Yeah, I am. Especially in what are those movies? Scream. Like we're both dead in
Mhm.
Scream. Like that's it. It's
Yep.
over.
Colleen's the only one that makes it out. She's
Yeah.
I guess, right?
I don't even know. Was Scream didn't really like discriminate. I feel like Scream was the most honest horror movie series ever. Everybody got it.
Everybody
equal
good.
opportunity.
Yeah, everybody
Oh,
got
yeah.
it. Scary Movie 5.
That's funny. There's like a new one, right? Is that what Jeff's talking about?
Oh, is that what's coming out?
I thought there was a
Yo,
newer
Yanni,
one
what's
or
up?
something like that. Yeah.
There's a new one coming out?
I
Scary
thought it
movie or
already
Scream?
did.
No, Scream
Wait.
did it. Scary.
Scream
He's talking
came.
about Scary Movie where it's funny
yeah.
and people
I'm
die.
sorry. Yeah, Scream, I believe there was a newer one, right? Within like the
Yeah,
last
it
couple
was
of
good.
years or whatever. Okay,
It was
I was
good.
getting the 2 mixed up. My bad.
No, nothing.
Then she went back and watched all of them
I did.
in order.
Yeah. Nice. Nice.
So
I did. Well, last year. Like, don't make it sound like it was yesterday. Like right
feels
now.
like it.
Right now, I'm watching westerns. Right now, I'm into
Yes.
like 1923, 1825. Like, I'm doing all those right now.
The shows, the spin-off of the Yellowstone.
Yellowstone, yeah, I'm doing all
Those are
those.
cool. Those are good.
They
I've
are
seen
good.
a few of them, yeah.
Yeah, when Hiller put up the video of Hopper, and he was like, I feel like Yellowstone sitting on this whatever. And I was like, I feel you, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like, I know what
I
you're
would
talking
too.
about.
If I had the same fence sitting
Uh-huh.
outside my house, I'd be sitting out there, standing there, looking out into the world too. Yep.
What's up,
Do you
Liv?
do you guys live
1923,
in
the
a
last episode. Did you
Oh,
guys
I
see
haven't seen it
Oh,
yet. I haven't seen it yet.
okay. Let me. Well, then, Olivia, let me personally respond to this comment. It was.
and spoil it for Jeremy?
I'm
So if
not
you were
going
playing.
to. It was annoying and also amazing. Like, you didn't want to see what happened, but you understand. It was so good.
Like the final of that
Yeah, it
spin-off?
was
Okay.
it was a good finale. It was so good. And also, I was so mad because I spent all right, well, I'm gonna spoil this. I spent the entire season waiting for Alexandra and Spencer to be together. And then it was like they almost were. It was crazy. I wept. Yeah, I did too. I did
I'll
too.
still watch it. I'll definitely still watch it.
It's so good, Papa Burst. Yeah, it was crazy.
Do you guys live in an area? I know you're in New York, but do you live in a area that's any like similar as far as like having land and like in the middle of nowhere kind of thing as Yellowstone type stuff, or are you guys
No,
more hustle bustle city?
farms. There's farms out here for
Farm.
sure.
Okay. Got
It's not a city. It's not city oriented at all.
it. Okay.
Yeah, there's definitely families, like, you know the names and you know the land. And
Got it.
they have street signs that's like their
This
name.
Their
family.
name.
Yeah,
Sure.
like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
ACR. What's up?
Yo, what's
girl?
up?
We haven't seen you in a bit.
What
Hope you're well.
up?
I saw you. Oh, and ACR, since you're in here, I saw you in I want to pull. Yeah, I saw you in this chat, and I was super excited. I'm super pumped for them. Here you go. This was really cool. Another Realm podcast. Chris had a podcast with that burpee dude.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was cool. It was
Was it?
really, really cool. It was like, I'm so excited for Chris. I think it's great. I hope he's got Sean Lenderman on coming up shortly or something like that. So I'm pumped for him. I thought it was great. That was a fun conversation that they had together. So shout out Chris Biesterfeld and that burpee dude, Alan, which I never knew his name was Alan, but shout out Alan and another Realm podcast.
He's definitely Alan is. I haven't had too many interactions with him, but he's kind of like that dude who's never in a bad mood. You know, like he's just always like, let's go, let's do. You know, like excited, and he's got a contagious personality. That's for sure.
He seems super fun. He's willing to answer any question. It seems like that Chris threw at him. It seems like they had a great time together. I loved it. Thought it was awesome.
Anybody else from this angle? Does Alan look like Shia LaBeouf?
Oh shit!
Anyone
I can
else?
see it.
Or is it just me?
He looks
Not
like.
when,
Yeah.
I mean,
If Shia LaBeouf took
Damn.
a
I was like,
penance,
wait,
that's
he
it.
talked to Shia LaBeouf? Wait, I'm lost.
Damn.
That would have been big news.
Yeah,
That would have been real big news.
oh no, Burpee Dude is Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, Burpee Dude is a good guy. He is super
Thank
awesome.
you, Megan. You see it too. I
Okay.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Betty Kate sees it.
But
ACR, cool.
I
Appreciate
see.
you guys.
Oh yeah, if ACR sees it, okay, cool, fine. Vindicated.
Vindicated.
100%.
But it was a really good conversation. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Super fun, both of them.
Will do. Dope.
All right. What's up? I did want to ask you. You were in the chat. Speaking of the chat, because we're always talking about the chat. You were in the chat the other day in Sousa's chat, and it was a really good podcast. He had a special guest. It was Rich Froning. You can't get any more special guest than that. super cool. And then he starts talking about finances, which I always love to talk about. I always love him talking about finances as well.
Heck yeah. Yeah.
And then you throw in a super fun comment where it's like, got divorced, my wife took all my shit, I get my kids every other week, not so easy to save money, right?
Yep. Yep.
And
Yep.
when you put that comment in the chat, I felt like you said it with your chest.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
is it what is that just pettiness? Is that like, are you just mad at her? Is that really a thing? I really want to know if it's really like it really makes it completely impossible, right? Because you see all the memes and the videos all the time of dudes being like, oh well, my wife is making me pay, my ex-wife's making me pay child support, blah blah blah. Is that's really
Man, it's realer than that, because when you see it, it's like, oh, that sucks, right? And like, just like watching someone do a crappy workout, or say, hey, that person's sick, and you feel it until that's you that's sick, or that's you in that shitty workout, or that's you in a divorce. I was, man, I haven't been naive since I was like maybe early 20s, right? And I'm almost 40 years old, so I ride that line of not being naive and being cynical, like, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to think that every situation is bad and think the worst of everybody, but I also don't want to think, oh, everyone, they have my best intentions in mind and everything's going to be hunky dory and everything like that, right? So that being said, I'm disappointed in myself at how naive I was in the whole situation, because you hear it all the time. My ex-wife said she wouldn't do this, she wouldn't do this, she wouldn't do that, and then they do it. And you're like, like, so she told me in late 2022, divorce is going down. I'm like, why? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you seeing someone else? You something like that? No, no, nothing like that. She said, I'm the best dad she knows. The kids love me. I love them. That's clear to see, but I don't prioritize her. Okay. All right. Let's unpack that. Let's talk about that. She could never explain it to me. She could never tell me what that meant. Like, what do you like? We don't do this enough. We don't do this. Like, none of that. So, long story short, I want a divorce. There's no reconciling it. I get counseling, marriage counseling, still nothing. Right? All right, fine. I guess this is what you want to do. That's what we'll do. Right? Oh, we don't need lawyers. I'm not going to ask for child support. We'll share the kids 50-50. So all this stuff.
that
Right?
sounds great, right? Like
Right.
that sounds like how it's supposed to be. Like you
Right.
get a
Right.
divorce, you don't want to drag the kids into it. You don't want to make it, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that sounds great.
Come to the table, settle
Yeah,
it out.
sounds amazing.
What do I need? What do you need? How can we do this for the kids? Yeah.
Mature adult stuff, right? So I took her up on that. And I said, okay, yeah, no attorneys. Um, we'll figure out a schedule, which we did, and we'll go from there. And then I got served papers that, man, a month later, not even with attorney, and then the demand started coming. At that time, I was working for the government, and I had been there for so long with the government. Like, a lot of jobs, you get steady pay increases, right? Raises. Well, with the government, it's like, I should say, but those aren't guaranteed. You got to earn them. Like, with the government, Social Security, it was just like, you could have been the worst employee ever. You were getting a pay raise. It didn't matter. You went up to the next grade, the next grade, the next grade. Well, you were there for like 12 years, like I was, something like that. I kind of like maxed out pay scales. I was making really good money. So I think it hit her, the reality of the situation, because she was a stay-at-home mom since our first was born for over 12 years. Stay-at-home mom, didn't have to work. The reality of the situation hit her like, dang, life is expensive, especially when Biden's the president. Life is expensive. I have to pay for this. I got to pay for that. I got to pay. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to demand child support. And they calculated it. I remember I was just like in a state of shock. It was all online, this virtual meeting, and they're like, she's got her attorney. By that point, I just couldn't afford an attorney. We don't need attorneys. A couple months later, she has one, and I'm like, damn, I can't like afford an attorney right now, so I'll have to fight this by myself. And we sit down and they start going over child support, and they calculate it based off of like what you earn and so on and so forth. And when they said the number, I couldn't even like fight it because I was in such shock. I was like, oh, damn, like, wow, that's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of freaking money. Um, and I just accepted it. I just, all right, that's I guess this is what it is, and I'll do my best to pay that every month, even though we're splitting our kids 50-50. I get them half the time, and then I'm paying for them when they're not with me, when she's supposed to be the one doing it. And that's just how it went for a long time, for a couple of years actually. It was just like 50-50 custody, me paying child support as if she has sole custody. Um, and and then she started going for, she met some dude, started dating some dude. That's a whole nother story. He made her delete all of her guy friends from her social media,
Uh,
including her girlfriends' husbands, some of which she was friends with before she even knew the girlfriends.
so someone
And
else could have got, yeah, kind of someone else could have gotten her ear, put a battery in her back, and
that's
pressed her
exactly what
hip.
happened.
Yeah,
That's exactly what happened. That combined with like the reality of, hey, life costs money to live and rent and stuff. She didn't really have to worry about that because I provided all of that for us. And it wasn't like, oh, I have to provide this. That's how we set it up. It was her idea. Anyways, long story short, she starts going for with this new guy. He demands her doing that, which ruined all of those friendships. She doesn't have those girlfriends as friends anymore that she's had for 30 years because this new controlling dude who she hasn't let me meet yet, still, she's been dating him for over a year, still won't allow me to meet him. I think he started putting things in her ear. She started going for sole custody, more child support, just off the wall stuff. And we
did
just
you have to, Olivia? Did you have to pay alimony as well?
No, just child support. Just a ridiculous amount of child support. Um, but we just wrapped it up lat 2 Fridays ago. It was like real recently. And the child support was reduced. It's still there, but it was reduced a lot, which I still don't understand because we still have 50-50 custody. I was given authority over a lot of the decision making to include things like school, because she wanted to take them from where she moved like an hour away, wanted to take them out of where they're at, where they've been established, all the way down to where she's at. Um, and I was a kid that went to like 3 different elementary schools, different middle school, and different high school. And I was like, my kids don't need that. They don't need to go to school district an hour away just because you moved down there. So we just, without having an attorney, I think I got really lucky. I fought for myself the whole time.
That's
And
crazy.
yeah, at the end of the day, 50-50 custody, child support was reduced. And I have more authority than I thought I would get. And the judge called her selfish. And I was like,
Thank
thank
you.
you, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
ACR, you haven't met him, then I wouldn't let your kids around him. Was
I
that part of the conversation that you had?
I did. I had that with
Yeah.
her, and I had that with the judge. I had this whole statement to include, hey, Your Honor, she won't let me meet this boyfriend
That
who
are
seems to
around
be
my kids.
that are around my kids, and seems to be driving all of these things. Um, and he didn't do anything about it. I don't know how much he can do. I don't know if he can order like, yes, you have to meet, or he can't be around the kids. I don't know what he can or can't do, but um,
He
yeah, I brought it
shouldn't
up.
be able to do anything, but I'm sure he has her ear. So,
Oh my God,
um,
you have no idea.
and also even like if you, yeah, you could not want your kids to be around him, but if you have 50-50 custody, I would imagine there's nothing that you can do about it unless, I mean,
Yeah.
we kind
My
of have,
mom actually, she's been dating this guy for like a year ish, maybe a little over that. And my mom, you tell your parents everything, right? Or as much as they need to know. And maybe like 6 months ago, she shoots me a message with a picture of some dude's Facebook profile. And I'm like, what is this? And she's like, I found him. I'm like,
Uh,
oh, I'm like, so my mom went on Facebook and
Shots fired.
listen,
Yo,
found the
mamas don't
boyfriend. And
play.
moms don't fuck around.
I'm like, good
Moms do
job, mom.
not
Good
fuck
job.
around.
No, my mom does not. No, we were just talking like her birthday was a couple days ago. My dad was like, "Your mom is crazy." Like, we're at the store and some 13-year-old girl was cussing and doing all this, and your mom gave her this crazy look, and then her mom saw it and they got into it, and I had to get me to. I'm like, "That's my mom. She's been."
Found him. LOL.
Yeah, she's like, "I found him." I'm like, "Oh God." I'm like, "So are you? So mom, what do you want me to do? You want me to go down and do something to him? I don't know how that'll." It's a weird situation to be in because, of course, in me, I'm like, dude, I want to go and I don't want to beat this dude's ass, but I want to meet him. Hey, I want to meet you. You know what I'm saying? But like beating his ass or forcing the issue could make things worse for my kids.
Right.
So I'm trying to play it cool. I think the biggest reason this is what my dad's group guys have told me. They said, "You know why she doesn't want him to meet you, right? She's afraid that he's going to like you. And then she won't have anything to stand on. You'll gain a friend, and then like she doesn't want this guy, her boyfriend, to like you, because then that ruins everything that she's told him, and then that creates a problem for them." And I'm like, there could be some truth to that, I suppose. But yeah, it's a crazy situation.
What was it? Do your kids like? Oh yeah, Olivia. Do your kids like him?
I don't know how often he's around, and I don't try to like pry to get information from the kids. I don't want to put them in a situation where they feel like they have to report to me what's going on, and they go to mom.
Yeah, I know.
She
That's so
puts them.
right.
It's
That's so.
crazy. Like, she puts
It's
them in that situation. I know for a fact, as they tell me that. But I don't want to do that to them. So I have asked. I'm like, "Oh, so your mom's got a boyfriend, huh?" And my son, he's 10. I'm like, "Is he cool? Like, what you?" He's like, "Yeah, he's nice. We see him sometimes. He's cool." All right.
it's so
Dope.
crazy. You're not gonna use your kids as little like, CIA agents. Like, but at the
Unless you're
same
her. She
ver
definitely does that.
but if you yeah, I no, I get it, but if you want information and you're trying to do some weird thing, like, yeah, you kinda do, but that's horrible for those kids, like, that
Yeah.
sucks. Because then the kids are like, "Hey," it pits the parents against their kids. Like, which
Yeah.
parent do you like better? So I'm gonna give the information to the parent that I like better and kinda try to stonewall the parent that I guess I think is wrong. Like, that's horrible for a little kid to try to figure out.
Yeah, and that's where my 12-year-old is at. My daughter,
Uh,
she'll be 13. My ex-wife went in to, not this last Christmas, but Christmas of 2023, shot me a message, "Hey, I want to get her a cell phone." And I think we talked about this. I'm like, let's
That's
slow our
young.
roll. Let's
That's
slow our roll. She's
yeah.
young.
12 years old. I don't think she needs that. And if we do, there are options out there, what they call them, like block phones, and where you
Yeah, yeah,
can like
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
communicate, but like
You got
it's
like
like
4 numbers in there. That's all you
yeah,
get. No, and
right,
no internet, no nothing. You get a couple numbers that you can, I think, program into it, and you can only talk to those
exactly.
numbers. Yeah.
And so I'm like, if we do it, that's what I would recommend. But I still think we can hold off, like give it a couple more years. 13, we could start talking about it. 14, maybe we make it happen. I got a call on Christmas from my daughter, or from a number I didn't recognize, and I never answer numbers I don't recognize. I didn't answer. Then it calls back, and I'm like, "Hello, Dad, I got a cell phone." I'm like, "Damn!" Like, you asked me. I told you, let's talk about it. Let's figure it out. And then you go and do it, and then you get her like the brand new iPhone with no limitations on it except for whatever you have. I have no. She doesn't have me on the account as a parent, so now I'm like, you gave our daughter a cell phone that only you can control, and
Yeah.
you didn't. And then she tells the judge that I don't communicate well, which is like, in her eyes, it's like she can yell at me, insult me, blah blah blah, and I don't say anything back, and that's her saying I don't communicate well. I'm like, I communicate very well when it's like, "Hey, should she get a cell phone?" You don't communicate well when it gets down to actually talking about, like, is it a good thing, should we do it, should we not? You just go ahead and do it, which is basically our entire relationship. So it's been tough with my oldest. It was very hard for the first handful of months, but it's getting better. It's taken a lot of patience and work, which is part of parenting, I suppose, right?
Yeah, of
Especially
course.
co-parenting
Yeah, yeah,
with
yeah.
someone who's got their own idea of what parenting should look like. So it's been tough, but like, she's cool. My daughter is she's such a good kid. So it's been tough, but it's good now.
Trish, Jeremy, you can have your alimony reduced if she is cohabitating with a man. I don't know if that's true or not, but
He lives, so she lives in like 45-ish, a little bit more away. I think he lives even a little bit further, which so I don't think they live together yet. But the reason she moved down that far is because how far he lives. She tried to wrap it up like, oh, I'm moving to a safer area. I'm like, dude, it doesn't get safer than where I live right now. But yeah, so I don't think they live together. But if I do find that out, then I will. It's not alimony, Trish. It's child support. So, but maybe that's the same thing. Maybe that's what you meant.
When it comes to child support, I heard someone say it was a reel that I saw where he was being asked, the gentleman was on a podcast and he was being asked about paying child support. And he said, I don't pay child support. And she's like, what do you mean you don't pay child support? He goes, I take care of my kids. She's like, but that must mean child support. He says, no, he pays for his kids. So he pays his health insurance for his children. Yeah. He pays for the school for his children. So what he's paying is he's paying like those things. He's not giving child support to the mother and then believing that the mother is going to spend that money on those said things. He's like, I take care of my kids. If they call me and they want food, I go buy the food or pick them up and whatever. Do you think that child support is not actually for the kids, but it's for the parent? And do you also feel that parents that choose, like if a divorce happens, that the finances should not just be one person's responsibility? So right now you're paying her child support, but your custody is 50-50. Why isn't she paying you child support if the custody is 50-50?
That's a good question. Well, first, I respect that homeboy's.
Do you want to bring Methew?
Yeah, let's hold on. Answer this, but we're gonna bring in. Okay,
Methew.
Methew's in the conversation now too. Let's go.
Nice to virtually meet you, my friend.
No, today's show is not baby mama drama, but thank you, Carl. It's not baby mama drama, but there was a really good comment in the Souza show on Sevon's podcast the other day that I wanted to ask Jeremy. So that's what we're doing right now.
So to answer that question, long story short, I respect homeboy's way of reconciling that, but it also pays for vacations with your kids and the new boyfriend, and it also pays for whatever the heck she wants. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I pay for pretty much everything they get, their school, their food, with or without me. But there's a lot that it pays for outside of that I don't get a say in. And then also to answer that second part, I've been asked that question quite a bit. Why do you have to pay? And then you know back and forth. How I look at it, we talked about this before. Like society has a way of overcorrecting. So, for example, I mentioned Biden before. You had 4 years where things were just kind of going the wrong way, right? And not kind of, they're definitely going the wrong way. Well, now you have this course correction, and you could argue it's like too much. It's course correcting too much, right? Well,
yeah, but it's always been this way for dudes. Like
I was gonna say, if you go back, like you have to go pretty far back. I haven't looked too much into this, but from what I have seen, it was kind of the opposite of what it is now. Dudes were able to kind of do whatever they wanted, and they took advantage of that, and they just whatever.
Okay,
I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like, peace out. And there were really no ramifications, and then mom is left high and dry. So I think society was like, hey, we need to fix this. And instead of fixing it, they like overdid it. They went to the point now where like dudes like me, dads like me, who are like want nothing more than to be part of our kids' lives, are being treated the same way as the deadbeats that come into my Social Security office and want their kids, their 5 or 6 kids. Half of them, they don't know the name, date of birth. They want their Social Security number so they can file taxes. I'm being treated the same way as that guy. I don't know, man. That doesn't seem fair. So I just think
God.
society overcorrected everything.
Damn, Trish, this feels like Ricky Lake. Really? I mean, I did
It's
used to
funny.
watch that shit, but I
It's
just
funny.
I had I had a question. Like that was it. That was it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine, dude. We could talk about this all day. I have a million opinions about this. But we're welcoming Methew to the house. Oh, really, Kenneth? Little bit? That's all right. Fine, I'll take it. I liked Ricky Lake when she was I'm fine with that.
At least it's not Maury.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or Springer. Could be Springer.
Yeah, we didn't do Springer.
Woo. That seems more Trisha's style, Springer girl.
Also, though, do you see what Piers Morgan is doing right now? He's like the Jerry Springer of politics. Like he just brings everybody on that.
Hi, Sev.
Oh, you said Methew instead of Methew. Yes, put respect on his name. Methew is in the house. Let's go. What's up, dude?
How you guys doing?
Good.
Don't send Savannah a link, please. It'll get too out of hand.
I'll just call him. I'll just pass him on. It's fine.
Or he can call.
What's on Methew's whiteboard?
This isn't my office. This is so we have a dietitian nutritionist at the gym, and this is his office. He didn't answer me if I could use it, but he probably won't ever answer the text, so I'm just gonna use it anyway.
Dude, you're going to I didn't know this, but you are actually going to Syndicate to do Kill Taylor like in the lanes.
Yeah, I guess Taylor sent out a message on Instagram to a bunch of us to see who would want to do it, and I said I'll figure it out right away. And the next day or that night, I said I'll see you. I booked the Airbnb. I did everything right away, just to pretty much tell myself something to train for, because my open was pretty shitty. So this will like give me something to look forward to. So I said right away I was gonna do it.
That's what we all do, right?
Man.
Like when he calls and he's like, yo, hey, what do you guys want to do? And you're like, I don't know, if I thought I couldn't do it, now I'm going to figure out how I can do it. And it doesn't matter because it's like the coolest thing in the world to go do it. Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, we have a calendar on the fridge, and like usually every weekend's filled with something. Because if it's not written on the calendar,
this one's mine.
If it's not written on the calendar, that means there's something open. I looked at the date; it was blank. I asked my wife, I'm like, hey, I got invited to this thing. Do you want to go do it? I mean, I'll drive by myself and I'll come back the same day if I have to. And she says, no, we'll make a weekend out of it. So I booked the Airbnb, and that's pretty much it.
Nice.
That's so awesome.
Does your wife know like anything about that?
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Panel.
I was going to ask.
Jeremy, you're third. It's me, my wife, you.
No, I was going to ask him if he erased anything that was on the board to make sure that it was empty that weekend. To be like, Dave, there was nothing up there.
No, I know the rules by now. So pretty much.
Like, there was a wedding that day. What are you talking about?
Like, I mean, yeah, I would have missed that. If it ain't somebody like directly important to me, then I ain't going anyway. So it doesn't matter.
Word.
So yeah, Kenneth said it. He's the original assassin. He was the first one. He did it out of his garage. It was a GHD workout. He murdered it. You murdered it. Would you say that you pegged Taylor that day?
Yes.
I could say yes, but I don't go that far. I'm like 1 in 40. So even if I did tag him, he quickly reversed it. So it doesn't matter.
Super fair. That's fair. Yeah, I wouldn't say it either because I wouldn't want them. No, I wouldn't. But you did. It was cool. It was really fun.
Something like I think Syndicate would be pretty cool is that who's ever going. I know there's a few people like Allie's going, Colton's wife or fiance, I think, whatever she is. She's going, and then I think one other person in the chat said they were, and then however many people go from the weekend Kill Taylors. But I think it'll be pretty fun. I don't know exactly what we're like, what it entails or what workout it is, but I would assume we're probably not squatting too much. So we'll go.
No.
Yeah. What did you guys?
Topic.
Little G will come back in when I stop talking about pegging. But
why is it? Jeremy, why is it such a fucking sensitive topic right now? Like, I think that that's a very good statement to say that this squatting thing is so like, why do you think it's such a sensitive fucking topic right now?
Because there's too many sensitive people. Like, why does it have to be so? it's not like we're like people are making stuff up. You look at a qualifier in the WFP and you see a like not a excuse me, the opposite. You see no squatting. Yeah, a lunge works similar muscles, but Methew will tell you it ain't it's not a squat. It's not the same, right? It's not like we're making stuff up. We're just being like, yo, there's no squatting in this thing, and that's kind of messed up, right? And then you look at Mayhem, and obviously there's a certain somebody out there who wants to dog on anything that it could be positive for CrossFit, which Mayhem was hugely positive for CrossFit. And there's too much squatting. Clearly there's no research done, because if you watch Hiller's video that he put out a couple hours ago, both
Yeah, it was fire.
it was really good. Like 2013, 2014 regionals had way more squatting than Mayhem. You know what I'm saying?
There was one workout. It was the hundreds workout. The hundreds workout had more squatting in it than all of Mayhem combined. That's pretty much what he said. Yeah.
So I don't know. You just got people in the scene that are like, feelings drive everything, and they can't see anything from any sort of a reasonable standpoint. And so I don't know. You can't even talk about like an event not having squats without people getting butt hurt, and then they want to come back and say, well, that event had too much squats. Like, based on what? Like,
I think if you look at the level of people competing, what the squat is testing is from like Mayhem is 3 different things. If the squat snatches, if you're going to count it as a squat, which is not that hard on the legs unless you're doing high volume, which they didn't do, that's a mobility test. That's all that is. That's a mobility test to see if your power's there. The sandbag, the feed sack squat, that's volume and rapid squatting. The thruster, I don't think the squat played as much as the dumbbell grip did for the workout. So for most of the elites, I don't think the squat.
Sure.
Really.
Wait. For the squatting argument, did you see the episode? It was one of the preview shows that Sevon did, and it had Bryson and Taylor in a car and Spin and Tyler in one shot, and then it was so John. Good. It was like 15 minutes worth of the end of the preview of day 2.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it. I didn't watch too much of it.
Yeah.
Dude, their argument about what what constitutes like a 1 rep max
versus like power output
versus
do you
remember that? Like that was like the greatest moment in podcast history that I'd ever seen in my life, those two fighting over it. And I kind of like I'm a 6 foot tall 185-pound girl. I can put up big numbers on a 1 rep. You asked me to air squat for Cindy, and I'm gonna get tired. Like I'm gonna get tired 7 minutes into it. Like I'm just not. I'm just not. And so I see the argument that they were making, but I also agree that mass moves mass, right? Like
yeah. And at the end of the day,
for 1 rep, like mass moves mass for 1 rep.
Yeah.
Right. And at the end of the day, you're looking at a competition where there's 5 events, 13 events, whatever the games, and anything in between. Would you rather it be too much pressing and pulling, or would you rather it be quote unquote too much squatting? I think it's the easy answer. Like squatting for most people, for just about any competition, your legs and lower body and core are just by nature more capable of moving more and doing it more than if you press, if you pull. Like there's only so much of it that you can do before I love
Thank you, Kenneth, for that.
There's only so much you can do with the pulling and the pressing, because we've seen comps like that where, oh dang, there was way too much. I'm trying to think of one right now. Like there was one recently where too much pulling, too much pressing, and it's like,
what I'd be happier with though, like if you ask me what I'd be happier to see the open with, I'm happy with pulling, pressing all day.
Sure.
If there's no squat, like if there's no squats in that bitch, and all I got to do is lunge, and do some power, whatever, cleans, powers, snatches, power push presses, jerks, any of that stuff, where I don't have to squat below parallel. I pick that all day.
Well, I think you have to put squatting in a lot of events just because it's going to test your overall capacity to begin with.
Mhm.
Like you're going to get if you have to go below parallel more often, you're more out of breath more often. If you have to do anything that requires a large amount of mass to be moved over a large distance, all right, you're going to be more tired. So I think, like I said, the thruster was maybe their legs were a little tired because it was late in the competition, but that was more arm fatigue than it was going to be leg fatigue for those individuals. Maybe in a class workout, it's going to be for the average person, like your legs are going to get blown up. But for them, it was, are your arms going to last long enough to where you can go fast on legless rope climbs? So, I mean, yes, did they squat? Sure, but they squatted 110 pounds when Colton Mertens can do 120 squats at his body weight. I don't think that played much of a factor into him squatting. So.
It was really fun. Did you guys enjoy it? Did you pretty much watch the whole thing? Did you have a good time?
Man, that was fun. That was
good.
If
they're all like that, yeah.
Yeah. If they're all like that, then we're in for or even if they're like close to that. You know, I don't think we'll see that again. Just because it's Froning and it's Mayhem and that whole that top 20 was crazy on both sides. But like if they're close to that, then we're gonna have a very successful.
Oh, we lost him.
Nope.
He's gone. The other thing I wanted to ask you, because we love talking about the chat so much.
Yeah, that's fine.
Jeremy, are you all the way out? Oh, he's trying to fix himself.
He's crying now.
So I'm gonna ask you this. I love the broadcast. I thought the broadcast was amazing. Always love having Sean Woodland, listening to Rich and Angelo save Rich a couple times. That was fire. It was so cool. But I always, and I don't know, I always jump in the live stream chats. So if you happen to jump in a live stream chat, yo, Jeremy, just get out and come back.
Oh, is it that bad?
Oh no, you're good now. Okay, you're fine now. If you happen to ever jump in the live stream chats, right? There's always drama in the live stream chats. And I kind of noticed that Sev didn't talk about it this morning, and I'm going to talk about it now. But there was a section where it turned to politics somehow in a Mayhem Classic.
As always.
Always does. Always
it turned to politics. And there was this dude, I'm assuming it's a dude, Mission somebody, was in there. Right. And he's like going off and just the part that got to me was where he like wanted to mess with Sevon because Sevon if he's anti-vax, I don't even know if he's anti-vax, right? He doesn't want to vaccinate his kids, himself, whatever.
Haley's more anti-vax than Sevon.
Right. I'm not even, sure. Right. And then he's like, well, with this measles thing and your kids aren't vaxxed, like you're going to learn a lesson soon. It was like this whole
I can't wait to see it. And
Yep. And it was this whole diatribe of wishing something to happen horribly to a kid, or for a kid to have the lesson for his father, or pay like what. And for me, I was just like, wow. Like how it's freaking Mayhem class. And this is what is right. How anti-vax do you have to be to wish something terrible on kids to figure out, you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
No, like how pro-vax do you have to be to
right. Yeah. How pro-vax you have to be. Yeah. Sorry.
No,
you could do it vice versa though. Like how anti-vax would to see something that got a vaccine, like have a horrible outcome. But that to me was just like crazy. Even Pat Lang was like, bro, that's too much.
That is when you know, like, hey, you probably crossed a dumb line that you're not going to be able to come back from, is when Pat's saying something like that. For sure.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm pretty much like, I like, minus these, like your guys' podcast, Sevon's, Peter's, like the ones I watch regularly. When it comes to any competition, I turn the chat off. For one, I just can't stand the constant names that keep flying by my eye. So I just turn it off so I can actually watch. But I'm like in the department of like, I'm not going to tell you how you should do anything. Like, I don't fucking care. It's
Mhm.
it's your life. Do what you want. Like, if you believe that getting vaccinations for your kids or yourself is the right thing to do, hey,
Go
that's
for
cool,
it.
man. Just fucking do it. I don't care. Like, I don't want to say like we like push vaccinations, but like they have the regular yearly shots, whatever you want to call them. But like we haven't been back to the doctor, I don't know, 2 or 3 years now for flu shots. And it's not because like I'm anti-flu. I could just care less that they fucking get them.
You have
Right,
kids,
right,
Methew?
Yeah, I have 2 kids. I have a son and a daughter. Yeah.
How old
But
are
like, my son just turned 6 and my daughter is 7.5.
Good for you, man. Why didn't I know you
But
had kids? Anyways, keep going.
yeah,
My bad. Derailed.
I will say like in the past 2 or 3 years, they haven't been as sick as they were before. But is that because we were locked down and everybody got sick after like the whole fucking world got exposed back to each other? I don't know. I'm not a scientist. All right. But they just haven't been as sick as much as they have been. But yeah, if you want to get them, I got everything under the sun. Like anything you can think of throughout my life, I've got. Like being in the military, when you deploy, you stand there in the cow prod line. Here's this one, here's this one, here's this one, here's this one. You're like, oh, okay, that's 30 shots in 10 minutes. I don't know if that's healthy, but you do it anyways. So it is.
That could explain your meth addiction. You know?
Yeah.
Carl, I see you. I'm gonna talk about the Tesla thing, but I'll talk about it at a later date. I get it.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
What Methew is saying though is so on point. Like I hate, besides like you were saying this show and Savan podcast and Pedro stuff, I try to stay out of the chats. Whether it's a games event or
Oh,
mayhem,
stop
like,
it! No, you don't.
I swear
No,
to
you
God, I
don't.
try,
Shut
but I
up.
can't.
No, shut
I
up.
can't
Look,
stay out.
I said try.
He did say
said-
try.
yeah,
He did say
barely.
try.
Like
Give me
you,
some credit. Give me
like
some
you
credit.
try not to come on the show without a shirt on. Like, where's Kenneth at?
Honey,
Yeah,
you're
One
gotta love
time.
Jan's
Jan,
idea.
no, he doesn't. Kenneth said
Behave
some
yourself, Jan.
He even comes and talks shit to us now.
Kenneth said something slick in the comments during that one section, right? And so this person, whoever he is, Mission Bell, and this was the greatest moment, like for me, right? So Mission Bell goes, oh, Kenneth, I see you in every one of Sevon's chats, like blah, 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 whatever. And Kenneth's like, or somebody else was like, so you watched the show. and then Storm Williams is like, you're one of us.
One
One of us.
That was funny. That was
Vindicate,
good.
I did meet.
It was
I did
amazing.
say this to Garrett, and I'll say it here with
Yeah,
you.
Bernie.
You need to
Jeremy's
make you make a shirt.
Jeremy is a chat season ticket holder. Yeah, he's for sure is. Go ahead, talk to Vindicate.
No,
my bad.
Vindicate. You guys need to make a shirt that says "One of us" with Sevon's face
logo
on
and
it.
shit.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a good one. That
It
was
was-
a good one.
Go ahead.
During that whole like right after the games, when they had like those 2 months of like chatting about Lazar and like how Sevon's channel just blew up with random people popping in and out of it. It was funny to see the interaction between people that don't know how, I don't want to say how the podcast works, but like the different dimensions that the podcast chat holds. And like I get irritated with some people that just like I said, I don't care. Like if you want to put your opinion out there, make it sort of, I don't know, have a discussion about it. Like just don't put something so crazy out there. It's like, well, I can't talk to you about it now, like after the shit that came out of your mouth. So like I would just tell people to kill themselves. I would just like type it in the chat and be like, hey, why don't you just go start a rifle? And like I'd let that go through the chat. But like usually people just ignore me.
Are you related to Bryson?
Yeah.
He does the same thing. Yeah.
I just feel like,
man, that's funny.
you're gonna come in there like that, then you deserve to have something just said back.
I mean, yeah.
Man, dude, your point is so on. Your point is on point because let's have a talk about it. If you feel like people should get a measles shot or get their kids a measles shot, okay, like we're not gonna be like you're an idiot. No, let's talk about it, but don't come at me like one wishing harm on someone's kids. And then this is what is the condescending tone. I know it's typing, but you can tell the condescending tone in which this person is coming at everybody with. Dude, it's like the flat earther.
He called you a day laborer.
Yeah,
basically.
said I earn minimum wage.
Yeah,
like what are you talking about, bro? Like what does that have to do with anything? And it's not even true. But like the flat earther guy that was on Savan, he's, you don't believe this? You guys are stupid. What? Well, you come at somebody with that tone, no, ain't nobody gonna like, oh yeah, you're right. Like you have just shut down the conversation. So expect to get.
Yeah, kids are off limits.
Yeah, you can't
Kids
talk
kids
about
are off
nobody's kids,
limits.
dude.
Like that's nah. No.
And that's
Like
what I
the-
told him. I said, all right, I'm done talking to you. You just show me who you really are.
No.
But his internet always cuts him off.
Damn.
When
and
it's
on
time
his
to
good-
stop
on his good
talking.
shit.
When it's Matthew's time to talk, it always cuts Jeremy
Yeah.
off.
I planned it that way. Yeah, I figured out the IO. But like the past, probably like I don't know, the past year and like now, like I don't follow politics. I'll admit, like I'm a little bit ignorant to it. Like I kind of like, oh, this is happening, but I don't pay attention to it. I have a lane in my life and I stay in it. So like trying to have conversation, like I'm open to talk about anything. I'll have a dialogue, and I'm never like mean about it until you start like getting a little over the edge. And then at that point, like I try to just say something rude enough to where you just stop talking and you walk away, or I can sit there and have the discussion with you. But like I've tried keeping up on it now so people can actually, like, this is the first year I ever voted. And it was only because like I actually followed it for like the past 5 or 6 months before the election. Because like before that, like
Kamala lost. Or?
No. And like that's the thing that made people a lot mad, like because I didn't like I voted for Trump and everybody's like, well, why would you do that? I'm like, I don't know anything about politics, but I don't believe fucking people should be raping little children, and like that's the only reason I voted for him. And they're like, I say it as a joke, right? Like it's a joke, haha, but like people don't take that as a haha in that realm of life. But
yeah, I wonder. I don't even want to. Bernie KDO is the chat goat. He is like our MC. Yeah, that's yeah. He's an MC. Oh my God, Kenneth, that's your shit. Oh, Bernie, you said something else up here really good too, and I lost it. I'm sorry. Oh, here we go. This Pat Lang embodies the thin, dumb line. That's tough. I mean, I get it, but that's tough. But I would also ask, like, does anybody know? And I would love to talk to Pat Lang. Like, everybody's like, hey, you give him too much grace on the show. But I like talking to him because I really want to know. He defends so much the LGBTQ community. So I wonder, like, does he have a gay family member? Does he have, like, what is it? Because he is ferocious. He's more ferocious defending us than we are defending ourselves. And I'm so curious why that is. I'm not mad at it, but just like if
I think Pat makes like points. Like I think he tries to bring up something you should think about. And when you don't know, maybe you do know something about it or you know very little about it, like gets a little rise out of you. Because like if you look at his comments, they're kind of a statement with a question.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think it's just like to keep the dialogue going. But like he's very what's the word? Tactful about some of the stuff he says. He like never really says it directly. He just sometimes brings up a topic in a way that like maybe people haven't thought about it, I guess.
To Jan's point there, like I've chatted with Pat on the outside too. On the outside, outside of the outside of the podcast too. But the thing with Pat, I don't want to say people like him, but the thing with Pat is he wants to be right more than he wants to actually have a discussion about it and potentially be wrong. So he wants to just be right and just people be like, oh yeah, you're right, more than like, well, hold on, did you think about this? Because as soon as you question it, then it goes to like name calling or deflection. So like, yeah, he does, to Matthew's point, like he does bring up some good stuff and, hey, did you think of it from this angle or whatever? I get that. But like too often it's more about like, I want to be right more than let's have a discussion about it.
I like talking to him in like when we go on Savon's podcast. I like it when he brings stuff up. I'm happy to answer whatever it is that he's asking. It's just, I just don't, Standy, I love Pat. Yeah, I feel like everybody loves Pat.
I used to really like when he first showed up.
Also, Standy, thank you for wearing a shirt today, Jeremy.
Anytime.
And Methew, why do you still have your shirt on?
I've asked it's hot here. I've been asking myself the same question.
I mean, same here. I'm like, speaking of which, but when he first came around as 12 Daily Doses, his tone was way harder to get with but he's definitely grown on me where I'm like, it's kind of like, oh, Pat being Pat, but like I don't want to blow the guy off. I don't want to be like, oh, you're.
But also,
stupid or
you
whatever,
can't do that
but-
because you can't do guys will be guys. Like you can't do, you know what I mean? So you can't do Pat will be Pat. You can't do like I mean, I don't feel that way. Like
Mhm.
I don't like if you tell me Pat's gonna be Pat, I'm gonna be like, okay, well, the guy that I see in the chat is the guy that he is, and so I'm gonna meet him where he's at.
Yeah.
But like there's kind of a stigma to that whole, well, he's just gonna be him thing. You know what I mean?
I get that.
Like
man.
Sevon gets that all the time. Like it's
Yeah,
just
if you didn't know how the Sevon podcast worked, you would think Sevon hated Pat Lang
Yeah.
because he calls Pat a fucking retard all the time. And he's like, nah. But it's like,
You-
damn, dude, like, you gotta pick a side.
you would think that Sevon hates a lot of things. If you
Yeah.
don't know his podcast and you just listen to his podcast,
Mhm.
you just think he hates a lot of fucking people.
Yeah.
Right,
And-
he hates everybody.
Like-
everybody, everything.
He's a
So-
cranky old man now.
Fantastic.
All right, moving on. Or moving off of Pat Lang. I'll say that. Pause. Bernie Gannon. Pat Lang is a agent. Provocateur. His baseline position is agitator. Sevon uses him as a foil.
hmm
All right.
He's one of the best things for the show. Honestly, you don't want to have a bunch of yes men in a chat or whatever. You know, even in your life, you don't want to just have a bunch of yes men. Oh, you're so awesome. You're great. You're cool. Yeah, everything you say is right. You want to have people that are like, yeah, I don't know, man. You didn't think about that.
I don't
You didn't
know
think
if
that one through. You didn't. But
I
does
don't know,
that
but
make him right? I don't know.
I don't know if I would want a lot of like. I don't know if I would want an agitator though. I would more want someone that disagrees with me and wants to have a conversation.
Yeah, yeah. And you just explained why I describe Pat as the way I did, because I don't know if he really wants to have the conversation or if he's even capable of having it, because he wants to just be right, which we all do, right? We all want to be right.
I mean, of
but
course. Sure.
you get to a point where you understand, like, I'm not right all the time, and I need to accept that, and I need to like listen to someone else and tell me where I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? But like Pat just wants to be more right than everybody, and it's like, yeah, dude, you're not though. You know?
But do you know that now? Like you just said he's an agitator, right? So if he's a paid agitator, I'm sure he's not paid, but like if that's his role on the podcast is to be an agitator, then is he having real conversations? Like what is his real conversation outside of just being an agitator on the show? Like everybody so far, like Jan has said Pat's in our group chat and he's actually a really good dude outside of the Sevon chat. So does he have conversations outside of the chat and then just is an agitator in the chat? Like
Point.
it's,
Good point.
you know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
don't know that. I don't, like everybody talked forever and ever and ever about Hiller and how he was like, you had to meet him to know that he was a nice guy. Now everybody kind of knows that he's a nice guy, but in the beginning, the very, very beginning, you were like scared to death of encountering Hiller.
Same as Sevon.
Yeah.
Everyone says Sevon's a really good dude, but if you listen to him and you
But-
don't know who he is, at first you're like,
Taylor too.
really?
Yeah.
Taylor too.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Taylor too.
It's
Yeah.
it's crazy. This
Yeah.
podcast thing is crazy, people. Like strap in or strap on something.
Strap on. All right.
Strap something.
Either
Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
Pause.
There was a meme on Instagram. I sent it to like a bunch of people, but it had a guy who was all sad sitting by a tree, and it said, "My girlfriend made me suck her strap on," and then she called me her little sea turtle because I was choking on plastic, and I died for about 30 minutes. It was so fantastic. It was great.
Oh my god.
I sent it to everybody.
Jeez
Yeah,
Louise.
Oh man.
Matthew, you gotta send me these.
Savage.
Yeah,
please.
That was good.
Like,
If
come
you
on,
find
man.
something, send it to me. I
Oh
wonder what
please,
that
the
is.
things that Jan and Jake send
The things
my
that
wife.
Jeremy sends, like, it's
Well, there's
I mean,
some
yeah.
things like there's like 7 or 9, probably like 7 to 10 people I send stuff to, and like every now and then I'll check to make sure like I'm not sending something like to my wife or like to a certain group chat and be like, that doesn't belong there. Because there's some stuff I said now.
I'm gonna tell this fucking joke. I'm gonna tell this joke, Jan.
Oh man,
because I did
I
laugh.
bet it's good. Jan's good stuff. He's
But
funny.
it was for Monday. I was having a difficult fucking Monday, and so he is like, "What's worse than two girls running with scissors?" And
Two
I was
girls
like,
scissoring with the runs.
and I was like, "Oh fuck!" Like, that's.
I told that joke to my silver sneakers class. They loved it.
That's fantastic, dude. That's a good one. That's good.
I never.
How can
I
you
never
tell two Scottish men are gay?
No.
Respect.
He's gone. Well.
Oh, am I gone
Censorship.
again?
Yep, you're back. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Censorship. That's right. No, I heard the answer. Like I read the answer to that joke while I was making a bank deposit. So like I'm dying, crying, laughing, and the teller's looking at me like, "Bitch, what's wrong with you?"
What's
I'm
wrong
like,
with this person?
it's a gay joke. I can't tell. I can't
gay
tell you the
joke.
gay joke. Sorry.
Can you hear me now? Am I back?
Yeah, you're back. Pool boy, what's up? I'm using that line for this week's Still Kill Taylor intro.
Dude, those have been good, Mike. Those have been good.
Yeah, those have been
Ignore the haters. There's a few haters out there. Oh, he says too many bad words. Okay, mute it then. Jeez, don't watch the show. Like it's dope, Mike.
There's no way you make it through Kill
awesome.
Taylor if you can't make it through the intro.
That's what. Have you seen
That's
any of those
true.
comments though, where like
That's
people are
very
like,
true.
I really like the show, but the language is like the premise of the show revolves around like raunchy, immature stuff. Like, why are
Mhm.
you watching this?
Oh,
Like,
what did you guys
Go
think of Kill Taylor from Mayhem? Because that was like the most tame Kill Taylor show. I think they tried a couple jokes and then they just like chilled, and then it was. Like,
I love the respect that they had. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Like, if I'm working out with Rich, Angelo, whoever else was there in that barn, it's probably the worst performance of my life because I'm just going to be caught up on the fact that I'm working out with Rich Fronin and Angelo DeChica and all these people, excuse me, in the barn, this historic landmark across it. I'm not even able. I'm gonna be falling from the pegboard because I'm just be too nervous, man. Like, so I give them credit for like handling it how they did, being, I don't want to say being mature, but like toning it down a little bit and then still like giving it, they were 2-4 reps shy or whatever. Like they barely lost to the GOAT.
It was cool. I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, awesome. Taylor has some good self-awareness. Like in the middle of the barn, it's probably not the best idea to be yelling the F word and like retard, like all the kids running around, like all this stuff. So it's like he has good situational awareness. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure JR just sitting there very, very sad and mad at the same time probably didn't put off for the best.
That was
Did you see Judy's pictures? I wanted to comment on the one with JR. I think it's the very last one. Looked like Jenny Dents took it. And like everyone's like happy, and then JR's just at the end of the table, like,
yeah,
just bummed out. I'm like, what's up, dude? Like, why are you so sad all the time, bro?
Oh, do you ever see the one picture that we got with him? It's the same thing. He looks the same way. Like he's just like.
He's like a modern day Sam Elliott.
It was great though. That was him, but he was such a cool dude while we were there. Like you can't. It was fire. Where are we gonna go? Rich and Angelo. Vindicate. Rich and Angelo are not the angels people think they are. They are dudes. They did make some really funny like that's what she said jokes in there that I was like, oh, they're just gonna chill.
I was gonna bring up or talk about Vindicate's comment because I think that's really cool because yes, they're Christian men of faith, all that, but like they're just dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like they embody like that sort of what like a man should like be, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I believe in God and all that stuff, but like I'm still gonna have my fun.
Yeah,
all
that's
stuff.
right. That's right.
They did. Yeah, they did. And it was about their friend too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, poor Paige. I love Paige though. She was
Pat was mad that she was competing. He was in the channel. You saw that?
Who was?
He said he should not. Pat was mad that Paige.
Oh
was
yeah, I did see that. Yeah,
Wait,
why wouldn't he be mad that she's more fit than he is?
She
yeah,
doesn't
babes,
belong there. She's not one of the fittest. Blah blah blah. Well, duh, bro. But like, it's not taking
When you have
away
your
from
competition,
anyone
you can
else.
invite her the hell you want.
There
Shut
you
the
go.
fuck up.
Also,
Like, who
but
cares?
also, yeah, you
Mhm.
also had some of the fittest women decide to not show up too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
Right.
doesn't matter how many people you invite, they still have a 50-50 chance of deciding to not do it. So what are you going to do? You're not going to have people fill in the spots. You're not going to have someone show fitness, true fitness, how CrossFit has helped her prepare for pregnancy, has gotten her through pregnancy, has gotten her through delivery, and literally 2 months later she can throw down and move like that. Like, why would you not want to do that
Right.
when you have literally have doctors telling us as women when we're pregnant that you like don't lift anything, just
Lay down.
sit.
Yeah,
and
I was gonna
not do
ask you.
anything.
I was gonna ask you, Colleen. Like, you were probably told like, don't do anything for how many months? Like, a lot.
God, I wish I could have done something. I just had a very difficult
Yeah,
pregnancy. I was just very, very sick the entire time. But
But I mean,
I
like, your
feel
doctor
like,
probably said, like, hey, chill out. Don't do anything crazy for a long time, right?
yeah, they
Yeah.
put you. I mean, I was on bed rest, and I was supposed to be on bed rest towards the end of my pregnancy because G decided to start coming at 34 weeks, and they
Mhm.
wanted to get me to at least 37 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I was on bed rest. They're like, don't do anything. I'm like, well, I'm going to, walk around my house, walk down the stairs, get up, like move
Right,
around. I'm
right,
not going to just lay down in the bed. But obviously different circumstances are different circumstances. But I think what she did just shows
I thought it was awesome.
how awesome, first of all, a woman's body is. So the
Mhm.
fact that she, did CrossFit the entire time that she was pregnant, had her baby, and has recovered well enough in 2 months, in 8 weeks,
Mhm.
to be able to be doing bar muscle ups, snatching 155 pounds multiple times,
Running,
running,
like all the things.
jumping, burpees, all
Uh-huh.
of those things. And to just let her have that time to showcase that, I think was awesome.
It's a test. It's a CrossFit. Like, this is what CrossFit can do for you. Now, you're gonna have women, Colleen, who have difficult pregnancies, and like that's a totally different story. Yeah, you would have really messed yourself up had you tried to do too much, But like, it shows you, this is what I tell the ladies at my gym, the moms. I'm like, you are as a dad of 3, I've seen it happen 3 times. You are like some of the most inspirational people to me, especially like the classes at my gym that are just for moms. And like, they got little ones running around.
Yeah.
One of them is over in the corner breastfeeding. Then she comes back into the workout.
Yep.
One has to take a piss, so she runs over to take to the bath, then comes back into the filthy 50 or whatever we're doing. And I'm like, I'm just looking around like, dude, some days I wake up and I'm tired and I don't want to work out. And these ladies have birthed lives, and they're still in here. So yeah, it should be celebrated.
I almost
it's probably-
wonder. Go ahead, Matthew. Go ahead.
Like, who you surround yourself with, like the people Paige are around. It's probably one of the biggest gyms in the whole world. Like, you don't think there's been pregnant women in there before that are like, hey, this is what I did, you should do this, or that the mayhem team has the proper physical therapist or whatever to treat stuff like that. And said, because I'm sure if she wasn't cleared, 100% Rich would be like, yeah, you're not doing it.
Right.
But like, there's no way Rich was just like, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Because Rich and them, they're very intelligent human beings. And like, my wife, she PR'd her back squat the day before my daughter was born. And it's because, yeah, our coach at the time, like, she had 2 kids, and she was it would have been regionals at the time, but she was a regionals athlete. She was on team, and she did it while pregnant. And she's like, hey, just make sure, like, when this happens, like, it's time to stop doing that. So like, when running started to hurt, as soon as it started to hurt, okay, you can't run.
Yeah.
And just like stuff like that, and listening and being around people that have the knowledge
Yep.
to help you get through anything. It's anything, right? I don't want to say like being pregnant's an injury, but you have to treat it like
It
that.
is,
Like,
though.
treat
Yeah.
the symptoms
It is,
where it's
though.
at,
Yeah.
and then go through there.
Yeah, and I
So-
think when you can look at it like that, I think it allows a different perspective, that because the body does change so fucking much.
Yeah, the GH
During
Slater, the
pregnancy.
GHDs impressed me. Yeah, dude. I don't,
But I almost wonder
because it was only 2 months. Like, it was 2
2
months
months.
after her pregnancy.
Crazy.
Kenneth.
Maybe her
Damn.
abs were strong enough to where they didn't get like pulled apart and she didn't get the diastasis
that's
recti that bad.
Right,
She grew back.
right.
Like, everybody's body's different. Like some people get it really bad. Some people don't get
Yep.
it at all.
Mhm.
Like there's ladies in here that hang from the pull-up bar at 7 months and there's not a line, there's nothing.
That's
So it's just
awesome.
as long as
Yeah.
you're paying attention to everything will be
There's
fine.
no coning, is what they call it. The
Yeah.
coning, and where everything.
And as soon as they jump up here, like even if they're 2 months and I see it, I'm like, well, there goes that for the next 7 months. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
that's it.
sorry.
That's it. Yeah.
Sorry, you're screwed.
But I was gonna say, I wonder why there isn't conversations about fitness when it comes to pregnancy. Like in my perspective is that the minute that I got super sick, the next thing they went to was trying to give me medicine. You know what I
Money.
mean? Like I wonder if I had a conversation, and I'm not saying that I could have, because I was so violently sick. I couldn't even keep water down. Like I had to go to the hospital.
She really
pumped
couldn't, dude.
That
Like
bad.
it wasn't even
Fluids,
like I was worried.
You know what I mean? So like it was very difficult for me. So I'm not saying that I would have necessarily been able to do, fitness like that, but
Mhm.
it's not part of the conversation. And I almost wonder if it's like, hey, maybe try to get outside and go sit outside. Maybe, you know what I'm saying?
It's
And
the same way
and
with
how that would be.
it's the same way with how the medical field doctors, most of them, not all of them, but most of them deal with obesity and diabetes and fill in the blank. You're going to get a good one from time to time that's going to tell you that, hey, if you move and eat better and so on and so forth, exercise, that could alone could take care of it. But the vast majority, hey, here's some pills, here's a surgery you can do, here's a whatever. And that's why, like Philip's comment, like places like BirthFit are so cool, because they're going to keep it real with you. Now, if you were doing BirthFit or whatever, going through their process, Colleen, they probably still would have told you, like, hey, take it easy, don't do anything crazy or
Yeah.
whatever.
For sure.
But someone who's not having such a difficult pregnancy, hey, move. You don't have to do anything too crazy, but like, hey, move your body. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, medical field doesn't want to do that, because to Travis's point, I believe he said it. It's or no, I think Methew said it. It's money, man, money.
Yeah.
They don't make any money when they tell you to go exercise or eat
Yeah,
better.
Jerry said doctor's malpractice insurance requires that you say don't move, right?
Mhm.
Like don't do too much after whatever, because if you do move and something happens, then
But that's like with
Yeah.
anything. Like I have, and Methew, Jeremy, do you coach too? I forget.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm sure you guys have dealt with injuries coming in, right?
Mhm.
Back injuries, herniated disc, all the way. And what is the first thing that they say? My doctor told me that I can't squat. My doctor told me that I can't move and whatever. I have a client that tells me that every time that I work with him. He's like, I can't do this. And I'm like, you're telling me you can't sit down in a chair and stand up. So you're never going to sit down in a chair or on a couch or anything. You're never going to do that. Well, of course I'm going to do that. That is a squat. Am I
Mhm.
asking you to put your ass on the ground? No, I'm not.
Mhm.
But I'm asking you to sit down to a target and to stand up.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Well, I can't deadlift. I can't hinge at all. So you're never going to tie your shoe. You're never going to pick up your grandkid. You're never going to want to ever do that. Well,
Right.
of course I want to. Everyday stuff.
Mhm.
I'm not telling you need to go back squat 300 pounds. I'm not telling you have to deadlift 500 pounds off the fucking ground.
Yeah.
But you're going to want to pick up your grandson at some point. Let me teach you the mechanics on how to do that where you don't blow out your back and have to go to the fucking doctors.
Yep.
Oh,
I'll go
Yeah, and I mean,
Savon on you, because Savon talks about arguing limitations. Sorry, Methew, and that's what society has done a really good job, whether it's a doctor or your mom or whoever, to argue limitations. And not only are they arguing your limitations, but then they get you to argue your own limitations to the point where, like you're saying, like, you can't sit in a chair and you don't take dumps, you don't poop. Like, hello, like, we all do that. The last I checked, like, you can't sit on the toilet and then stand up. That's a squat. We're not saying
that's a very good question, Pool Boy.
Yeah, it'll never be too sore to do that.
I don't care what injury is happening. I'm doing that. Did you see his comment earlier? I was gonna say, Garrett, maybe if we have time, talk about the kale person.
Oh, you want to? Oh man,
We don't have to. We don't have to.
No.
Kale Layman.
I
No,
don't
but
know.
I think that word, like, I get frustrated hearing it, like that word can't. It kind of gets under my skin a lot. And I get like that people want to avoid stuff, but I hear Ken, I'm like, just tell me you won't. Like, don't tell me you can't do it. Just tell me to fuck off. Like, I'd rather you tell me that than be like, I can't do this. And because like one thing, so for the year and a half, I've been like, I call it Fit for Life, but it's like 65 and older, like they're all in there together. And you get a lot of I can't or stuff like that. And it's like, well, I've been doing this for a little while. I have 10,000 different exercises that'll get you to press a weight somehow. And it's just giving people the ability to like push the boundary a little bit. And then once they feel comfortable, so I'm like, okay, we're going to try this again. Mm-hmm. And then like one benefit of like our gym is we have everything. Like I run the fitness side. My buddy Ambrose runs sports. We have a PT. We have a dietitian, nutritionist. We have an Olympic weightlifting coach. We have jiu-jitsu. We have boxing. We have the whole thing. So it's like, man, I don't know what to do here. Let me go ask the PT, hey, what should we do? He's like, we'll just get to range of motion at pain and hit that every time for a little bit and see if it goes away. It's like, oh, okay. And then you just explain that to them. Because I'm not a doctor. I don't have a doctorate. I have a regular 4-year degree. And it's like, without the word doctor in my name, people are like, well, how do you know? I'm like, I don't know. You're 100%. Right. I don't know. But I guarantee that if we do this enough, I'll figure it out.
Yep.
And it's just like getting people to trust you.
Yep.
And then like doctors put that, hey, you can't squat. Well, like you said, squat means very different things and very different levels of life. So the word can't is wrong. Just, hey, don't go out and deadlift today. Oh, okay, I won't deadlift today. I'll try something else. Like,
right. Or
so
there's
I think
100 different ways that you can deadlift. There's
you
so
can pick
many
up
different ways you can,
I want you to go buy your groceries today. Let me know how you're getting them in the house. I'll wait.
Yeah.
Like, just,
so. Right, exactly.
Farmers carries, literally, suitcase carries. Like you carry a bag. We carry groceries in, like you said, and we ain't no bitches up in here. We're gonna carry all the bags in at once. Ain't nobody going back
ask, for you guys doing all at once?
Well,
yeah.
She does.
I think the oldest person in one of our, I think I got my class. I think she's 77.
I have to work on my capacity, so I have to carry like a bag at a time, so I can work on my my engine. You know what I mean? She's working on her strength. I'm working on engine.
Do goblet squat it too, Garrett? To get better at squats.
Go ahead. Sorry, Methew.
No, you're good. And this other lady's 73, and she has like really bad ankles and knees, like barely can walk. Yep. And like she used to get injections in her knees every 3 to 6 months, and she just got them for the first time in a year and a half. Yep. But like, I'll load up the sled with 150 pounds. I'll be like, all right, push. And I'll just look at him like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'll wait. And like, luckily, like we do sled pushes every week. And like, she had to push 1.5 feet of snow out of her driveway with her snowblower because nobody's helped her out. But now she can successfully do that by herself. And it's just because, I can't do that. Well, I'm going to stay in here long enough until I see you push the sled down, and then we'll talk about it. So it's just, I mean, she trusts me, obviously, but like getting somebody to that point is like, once you're there, they'll know that they can do it as long as they're like, oh, he told me last time and it worked out perfectly fine. So then you just keep going.
Have you told her about California peptides? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Colleen.
No, California peptides.
Or HGR CBD. Go ahead, Carl.
Sorry. There you go.
Well, I was going to... Oh, shit. What was I going to say? Fuck.
Damn it.
Sorry. All right. Well, I got a couple things. Keep thinking about it, babe. It's but I did want to ask Methew, would you mind very much? Because there's a very good possibility that we might get to sponsor a lane at Syndicate. And we would love to have you wear our shirt that Travis is probably going to make for us. Would you be okay with that?
Yeah, I don't know how long it'll be on, but I'll wear it. Yeah,
that's right.
Methew. I'll lay it down nicely. Yeah.
No. We just want. It was like you were.
Yeah, I'll definitely wear it. Yeah.
I remember watching that cool. Kill Taylor. Like, I mean, I've seen every Kill Taylor, but that one was so fun because you had no idea what they were saying to you at the time. I don't think if I remember correctly, you didn't like know anything until after you rewatched it.
Yeah, I try wearing these stupid fucking headphones now, and they just get on my last nerve. And like, I don't take them out. I'm like, man, I just gotta like, because there's been multiple times that like I've just been in the gym by myself, and like there's no music playing. I have my cell phone set up like an asshole, and I'm just there doing a workout. But they shut me off the podcast 10 minutes ago, and I'm still just doing this workout. I'm like, I'll finish it, and then I'll check my phone, and I go over there. I'm like, I've been kicked off for a little while now. So the reason I just asked my wife, I'm like,
finish, dude. There's people that are like,
there's only one well, one I just stopped in the middle of the episode because I didn't make it to the ring muscle ups. But there's only one other one that I didn't finish. Like if I get shut off, I finish the workout.
Sure.
But the double under burpee one, I said no, I'm not doing this. I came back the next day and did it, but like that moment in time, I wasn't.
You were the first winner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
That's
That was the thing
legendary
because he
status,
was in
bro.
his garage.
Yeah, he's the OG.
Yeah, he's the OG. He was in his garage.
Easy, man.
It was like a lawnmower, a gasoline tank, some shit, something that made
Bunch of
Sevon think
shit.
that he was.
It's
in
a normal
meth lab.
garage. Like it's what everybody has in their garage. Fucking lawnmowers, gas tanks, and tools. There's nothing else in there.
Maybe because
But-
you were skinny. I don't know. It was something. Something made them say.
All of it.
Yeah,
I think
all of it.
all of it.
It was
Yeah.
amazing.
I mean, I mean, that's where the whole sleeper athlete thing came from. Because like I've always believed like I don't look the part of like an athletic individual. And then like I wrote a whole paper, like I wrote a whole like research project and paper on it in college. And I just called it sleeper athletics, but then I just took that and I ran with it. And like that's what my gym is named after. I started my company with it and everything. So
That's so
That's
cool.
awesome. How confident were you though? Like that episode or that workout? Were you like, yes,
when it comes
I'm
to
gonna do
GHD
this?
sit-ups, I'm pretty confident about them. Because
Okay.
like during like so we bought our gym and
It
then
was
like the COVID
snatches,
thing
right?
happened.
It was
Yeah, the
snatches.
dumbbell snatches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
snatches, dumbbell snatches, and GHD sit-ups. Yeah.
And like two things I used to do GHDs a lot. Like during COVID, I would do like anywhere from like 2,000 to 3,000 a week.
Oh
I would
my
just get
God.
I would just get bored and I would go out, hit like a set of 100 or 200. I'd come back into the house because it was just me and my daughter at home.
God, bro.
Oh, that's
Like, while I was in
why you
college.
never wear a shirt, and Standy always wants
Yeah.
you to take your shirt off. That makes sense now.
Like I just did them today. I did them a couple times last week. Like I love them. So I try to do them often. And like I follow the whole Rich Froning thing. If it's not 150, it doesn't count. So like anytime I do them, it's 150 to 200 at a time.
You
So-
really are on meth, aren't you? Man, that's
Dude,
amazing.
The day we bought our gym, like the first thing I put together was the assault bike and the GHD machine. And I think I did like 500 GHDs and like a few hundred calories that day on the bike. And it was just like, I don't know, it's just one thing I love to do.
That's where Methew was born.
Yeah.
Became an
When he
overnight
finished
success.
the
Yep,
He was born in his garage.
that's it.
Okay.
That was it.
One more thing I want to ask you guys, or well,
Mhm.
actually, a couple more things if you guys have time that I want to ask you
Yeah,
about.
you're good.
Have you seen this yet? The
Oh my
the
God.
pro-life lady that was asking the not pro-life lady about being pro or not pro-life, and this chick
I'm gonna assume the non-pro-life lady got punched in the face.
yes,
Okay.
she did. There's this whole scenario out there that she was asking too many questions, like they were not nice questions, I guess, or whatever, that she altered the video, but
What does she have in her hand?
it's
Besides her
it's
phone.
it's a microphone.
It's yeah.
Oh,
it's
so
a
she,
So
so
that
she's
she-
a reporter, kind of.
Yeah, she
a
does. She has
pro-life activist. Yeah.
on Instagram. Then
And
she
she's
just
black?
goes out in the street and,
Hmm.
yo, Jeremy, most black people are pro-life,
That's
bro.
true. That's true.
It's like, come on now. But she got nailed in the
Damn.
like, yeah.
For
She
no fucking reason.
like,
I mean,
For
that's
no fucking
easy, bro.
that,
turn around and walk away.
Someone
if you
thinks
don't
different than you?
agree with something, turn around and fucking walk
can
away.
you do that? Like, can you? Is that
But-
assault? Is that considered
Yes.
assault?
Absolutely.
Do you
You-
think
Go ahead,
that's what she was looking for?
Well, that's what I think the other girl is
Like-
is claiming. But even if she was, let's go down this road.
Mhm. What up, Lil G? He's got
So say
secrets.
it. Say I like watermelon.
What?
Tell Jeremy.
I like watermelon now.
Let's go, Garrett.
You tried it? I
Yeah,
told
put
you
salt
to
on
try
it.
it.
Put
He
salt
tried
on it.
watermelon and he liked it.
Has he like not liked it and now all of a sudden he is, or
No, he doesn't like. There's like
We're trying.
his autism.
We're trying food.
Oh,
yeah,
sure,
he-
sure,
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
One
So-
food at a time. So I was like, "What's the food you want to try today?" And he's like, "Watermelon." I was like, "You're gonna love watermelon. It's so fucking good."
Yeah.
So
That's
this
awesome.
is a little off subject from the pro-life thing, but
Or watermelon.
do you guys like peanut butter and like we call them dippy eggs, but like over easy eggs?
Like in the same sandwich?
Wait, peanut
Yeah.
butter.
Dude, I'm
and
telling you. So I eat it almost every single day for the past like 5 years. I eat it like every day.
Where are you from?
wait.
Yeah. Listen, hold on. Peanut butter toast. Put over easy eggs on it,
Uh-huh.
and then drizzle honey all over it.
Oh my god.
It'll change your fucking life.
All right, I'll try it tomorrow for
Bro.
breakfast.
I'm telling you, like I have never
I
given it
love
to
over
anybody.
easy eggs.
Yeah.
Love that.
I've never given it to anybody, and they said no, this isn't right. Like my buddy Alex, he ate it for like 2 straight years after I showed it to him. It is
How
one of
does
the
that-
greatest.
How does that happen?
It was
though?
an
Like,
accident.
How do you?
Um,
Okay, that's what I figured. Like that's
I was in
not
college
something
and I was running late. Like I didn't have time to make all my breakfast, sit down and eat it. So I had a bowl of oatmeal and I made eggs. I'm like, oh, I'll just throw this in the oatmeal. And then I just squeezed honey and a scoop of peanut butter in it and like mixed it all together and like going to school while eating it all in a big thing. I'm like, I bet this would taste good with bread. So then from there on out, I just made it.
That's
Okay, I'll try
wild,
it
bro.
tomorrow. I'll let you know.
It is so good.
Okay.
But I
Every
usually
day.
have avocado toast in the morning with my over easy runny eggs, so I'll put some peanut butter on it.
See,
So
that sounds good.
Peanut
No,
butter.
for me- No,
I'ma try it, I'ma try
that's an assault on breakfast food.
Avocado.
That's no, the drizzling
honey.
the honey
I
and
am. I'm telling you right now, it is.
I
Pretty
love
sure, I'm pretty
peanut
sure
butter.
that's illegal. Well, that's not
I,
good.
oh my, that's
Honey and peanut butter make the world go around. So
soft launch assault. That's what that is. All right. Well, I was gonna go into that and ask if you like, even if that girl was trying to antagonize the other one, can you still punch somebody in the face for that? We don't have to go there if you don't want
That's,
to.
I mean,
no, that's fine. That's straight up
you-
aggravated assault. Like 100%.
you can do whatever you want.
Right.
Like-
right.
I tell people that all the time. You can do whatever you want. It's just you just have to accept what happens afterward.
Yeah. There are.
Do I think she should have punched her in the face? I don't know that.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
can
we've
she
all
get
been
in
in this-
trouble for that. Like,
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
that's old
Yeah.
school. Like, if I say some shit in a playground, I get punched in the face by a little kid. Like, no. But if you're an adult walking around and you stop to answer the questions that the lady asked you, could she ask you?
Everything was fine until she didn't like
Yeah.
what she was saying. Like everything.
Well, it'll be, was your life in danger? And like,
No,
if the answer is no, well, all right, then you don't.
You
Yeah,
don't
no
get to
reason to
punch
assault
somebody
someone.
in the face.
That's
Okay.
aggravated assault. Yeah, because we've all been in situations where we've wanted to punch someone in the face. You know, like I wanted to punch Mission Bell in the face. They took things too
Yeah.
far. But there's consequences, like Methew saying. Like you could be totally justified, man. This person's saying this and that. Maybe they're racist, maybe whatever. You could be totally justified, but like you can't do that, man. You can't do that.
Yeah. I was thinking the same.
Shit.
There's nothing anybody could say to me or call me that would make me want to actually, or it would make me want to punch you in the face, but I probably wouldn't do it just knowing what the consequences of me doing that would be.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
I know anytime that I got into a fight or I've hit somebody, it just sometimes it feels like you can't leave the situation because like you just get that like brain fog of like whatever adrenaline's pumping at the time, and then like you think back, oh, I could have walked away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like maybe that's just like, and in that moment in time, like she was just frozen, and like natural instinct reaction is, hey, I didn't run, so there's only one option left, and like clarity afterwards, like, I probably shouldn't have punched her in the face. Well, too late now.
Well, they found her. She admitted that she was the one that did it or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you make the Methew at the deli as part of the daily menu? It could be a big hit. Oh my God. If I could get my uncle to agree to call a sandwich the Methew, I would totally do
People
that.
What the
wouldn't
hell's a Methew?
understand though. People
I
wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
It's too
I'm not
niche.
that popular. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not that popular yet.
Not
Yeah, there's
yet.
like 47 people that know me.
That, that's unfair. There's more than that. They just don't live in
There's-
Southampton.
A girl just joined our gym and she's from Pensacola, and she came up and asked if I was Methew. And I said, yeah, I'm him. And yeah.
That's so cool, dude.
She's like, yeah, I watch him all the time. And she's like, I told my friends that I get to work out with you now. And they're like, okay, we'll come visit. I was like,
That's so
That's
awesome, bro.
awesome.
Where are you
so
again?
good.
I forget where you're looking.
Altoona, Pennsylvania, Central PA.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Gotcha.
shit.
Yeah,
I
we're,
actually probably could visit you. My aunt lives in Pennsylvania. We go there all the time. I mean, I don't know. If
Yeah, it's like
close.
40 minutes south of Penn State.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not that far.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Go visit. That'll be my trip the other way. Go visit Methew.
There you go.
Map lady. What's up, Seema? Oh, hey, Seema, you got to meet Joe Ellis today, huh? That was fire.
Like in person or in the chat?
No, in the chat. Like she didn't know who Joe Ellis was.
Joe Ellis.
Yeah, that was having to admit to Shannon Medeiros, I was Seema was embarrassing as fuck. Do people know you? Do people know you as Map Lady now, though? Does everybody know you're Map Lady now? So you know, but that was an awesome screen name. Seema Boobs was awesome. That was amazing.
That was great.
People come up with some crazy stuff.
Oh, that was one of the best monikers.
What's your
Stuck
favorite?
on nuts or whatever his name is.
Nuts.
Yeah, that's
which one?
Suck on these nuts. It's funny hearing Lauren say when he or she is in Lauren's chat and she says it's the name. I'm like, oh my god.
Sug on. Nobody says the rest of it anymore. Everyone just says sug on.
Sug on. What's your favorite name of all the made up names? What's your favorite one?
Oh shit. I mean, there's
so many.
There's gonna have to start to be like a Mount Rushmore of those, but
For
Seema is definitely. Nope, I'll go back when my dad goes out of the country. He's logged in. But no, Seema, she's an OG. She would probably be on the Mount Rushmore if you had to make a Mount Rushmore. But yeah, this is fun. Eden Beaver.
Eden Beaver's good. Eden Beaver's good. Barry McCockiner, of course.
Barry McCockiner.
I mean, that's probably has to be the oldest one.
Yeah, that's one of the OG ones.
Yeah, those are the Methew gets recognized on the streets. Poor Jeremy has to take his shirt off.
I know he might have the better deal.
Wasn't there like a Sevon's Barn or something like that? Or
that was Chris. Sevon's Barn was Chris.
Oh.
Yeah, there was Sevon's Foot. There was
Sevon's Dog.
Sevon's Dog.
Does the Black John? Does the Black John Young still exist?
Yeah.
Dick Butter.
Dick Butter is the goat. That's fair.
Heavy Butter.
Yeah.
I love everything.
Richard Margin.
Yeah.
Lecoq. Who's Lecoq?
Brandon.
That's
Brandon
a real
Lecoq.
name. That's
I
a
know,
real name.
but still,
That's
fucking amazing.
It's a good real name. Yeah.
Love that name. When he came into our chat one time, and it was like Lecoq came in our chat. Like what? Pause.
Oh, that sounds great. Yeah.
Oh, that was awesome. That's his legit. I'm gonna die on this hill. I love it. I will if he comes in here, I will say his name. I don't remember that. Is that OG one? I don't know that one.
Yeah, Richard Margin. Dick Butter and Richard Margin, yeah.
Oh, Richard Margarine. Oh, I get it. Yeah.
Time to time. Not as much as he used to.
That's fire. Trish. But Trish is that she's if there's that 1A and then like Trish she's got a different. It's her character.
Someone really trying to dox? Is that the word? Dox her?
Dox her? I don't know.
She said I think she put like an Instagram story that someone was trying to dox her or something.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit!
I don't know how people go about that shit.
Oh, Lecoq. That makes it even better. Is that really how it's pronounced later? That's amazing. That makes it better.
He can say whatever he wants. We're saying Lecoq.
Yeah. All right, guys. Yeah, it was super fun. Hopefully we can get you back on before Syndicate. I'm gonna try to get my OGs, the Jan and Jake for a little Lecoq conversation.
They're too popular with their own podcasts.
Yeah, they're doing great.
Outside the box, which is really good.
I have to start watching some of those.
Yeah, they're good. They're really good.
They're having some massive dude on from I think he's bodybuilding, or he might just be a singer. I don't know, but he's fucking massive.
You know what's funny is I was just DMing with Jan. It's like some metal band. I forget where they're from. But in my feed randomly, like yesterday, the day before, that band came up, and the guy's all jacked, running back and forth. Yeah, Harm's Way. He's like running back and forth, moshing it out to like what song was it, Jan? It was like some kid song, and I'm like, bro, don't you know this guy? But it wasn't like their music. It was just like this kid song, and he's like mosh pitting back and forth. It was hilarious.
Is it the guy that smashes his head with his microphone?
Probably
Like a death metal band?
He looks like a guy that would do that for sure.
Like he dents his microphone, he'll be bleeding like at his shows.
Yeah, he's
huge. He's massive. Big old neck tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude's crazy.
Dude, I can't look at him ordering me around on my own podcast. God damn it.
Yeah, Running Man mean. Like they get down, dude. They get down. Oh yeah, Alex the Terrible. What is
There we
that?
go.
Slaughter.
Yeah, that guy.
Where's your fucking link, dude? There we go. All right, fine. Here. Jesus Christ, Jan.
Look what you made Garrett do. Unbelievable.
Jan was gonna jump on the link.
Oh, you want a link? You can have a link.
Jeez, Jan.
I'm trying to. Where's your? It's not. No, these are the ones that you've already done. Where's your up and coming? Oh yeah, Harm's
There
Way.
he is.
This guy. That thing. That's
Damn.
coming up.
That
He
thing.
is massive.
He looks like Colton
fucking
Mertens,
massive.
but like thicker.
And is he tall?
I don't know. He doesn't look tall. He looks average. 5'9" ish.
I don't.
Looks 5'9" because he's 250 pounds of muscle.
I
Yeah,
mean,
he's thick.
I like that, but it's cool now though because we've had Jake and Jan on the show so many times that now I when other people from the UK talk, I understand exactly what they're saying. I'm like, cool, this is great. I get it. And people are like, we need a fucking translator. I'm like, I don't.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah, you talk to him
anymore.
enough, you're like, I get what you're saying.
I've
hear
heard
you.
everything. Oh shit.
That's
All right, Jan, do you really want a link? Because we're only going to be on here for like 5 more minutes. Do you want it? Do you want to?
I think he said he was playing Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, are you playing a video game? I'm not going to do all this.
Red
Okay,
Head
fine.
Redemption.
Redhead.
Redhead.
Looks slightly inbred.
What the hell is your?
Bernie is savage.
What is his real name? John. There we go. That's okay. I don't know any of y'all's real names. Like I had to go back and look up both your emails because I fucking I don't want to watch you play Jan Clark. I sent it to you. I don't want to watch you play your kid's Xbox though. I'm about to go. No, you good? Come back, jump on. I don't know. Do we even have slots for 5 people on this show? I don't even think we do.
We're gonna try.
All right. Cool, guys. Thank you so much. Do you think that you could come back on before Syndicate? What's up, bro?
Yeah, I don't. Usually Tuesdays and Thursdays I don't coach in the afternoon, so like 5:30, 6 o'clock free. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fire because that's our days too. That's our days when our kid doesn't have to do too many things because we got T-ball coming up, so that's going to be a major thing.
No.
Awesome.
He's so excited.
Yeah, I don't know what sports they're getting into, but right now they're only doing jiu-jitsu, and that's Monday and Wednesday. So
That's awesome.
Jiu-jitsu is the big one. Everybody keeps saying to.
No, we have no idea who sent the Yankees hat, but whoever did, thank you. That kid
Yeah, I know.
loves the
Someone
hat.
sent us a Yankees hat.
I mean,
G
like
likes
that. Say what?
G likes the Yankees hat.
Yeah, somebody sent him a Yankees hat, and it just.
But aren't
it was
you a
like-
Mets fan?
Yeah, I am.
Whoa, there's
Well-
Jan. I wasn't trying to make him right there, but let me see.
Let's see if you got him. This would just be fun just to see what our show can do. But
Figured
no,
you would throw that hat in the garbage.
no, man. I'm not throwing my kid shit in the garbage. Somebody spent money to
that,
buy
man.
him
True,
a Yankees hat, and he says he's a Mets and Yankees fan, and I will not do that to him. And he's a big fan. He loves baseball. He's got his whole baseball, the baseball book where you can put your baseball cards in little sheets and then like organize them by teams and shit. He's got that now. So
You'll have to do a show where he like shows his.
Oh
favorite
no,
cards or whatever.
I have it. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. There we go.
Yeah. Oh, look. Oh my God. We got more boxes on this show.
What's going on?
What's up, dude?
Not
Yeah, you can
much,
send
not
him a
much.
nut.
What's going on?
You can send him anything you want. He just loves fucking baseball. He loves baseball. He loves football. I don't think he has an actual team that.
Jan loves balls.
I'll have to see. We have an NFL player that's coming here now. I'll have to talk to him and see maybe he can sign something for him.
That'd be cool. He would
Cool.
love
Yeah,
it.
he comes in every day. Like he's from here, and he comes in like during the off season. He can travel from California with me. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be awesome. He just loves it. Hey, Jan, I gotta tell you this though, dude, homie. So I had a dude in the store that came in, customer, and he wanted me to help him like grab some shit out of the case. So I went over to help him, and he like knelt down, and he was in gray sweatpants, and just like the outline of his nuts, like we were both like at the same eye level, and he's looking at me and I'm looking at him, and we made eye contact. And it was the most uncomfortable fucking situation I've ever been in. I just want to tell you.
Oh man.
It was the worst. Like, there's nothing you can do about that? No bigger sweatpants, no like
Just say good for you.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
How were his
Hey, good for you.
nuts? How were his nuts eye level with your eyes, but you were kind of looking him in the eyes? He was looking at you. His nuts.
No,
were
we
here.
were both. I'm not even going to explain this, like what
We
actual,
need an explanation.
but like,
No, you have to explain it now.
Yeah, hash it out.
all right, fine. So I'm like, he wants cases of water, right?
Mhm.
So I'm helping him. We're both squatting, trying to pull these cases of water out of the bottom of the cooler.
Mhm.
And so we're eye level, but as he's squatting, and I'm like, I'm
Looking
moving. I
down
can't
to
not
pick
see
up, looking down
outlines
to pick
of
up
balls.
The
Like, it
water.
just, it's not common to me where I would like, so I just see
It's
it,
like-
and I'm like, what is that? And I look at it.
I guess it's just the same as seeing a pair of tits in a tight shirt.
But if you make contact, eye contact, is
Oh,
that,
whoa, I didn't. I heard.
no, not
contact.
contact with the ball, eye contact. I didn't touch the balls. I looked, I saw it, and then I looked up, and then his eyes, we were making eye contact.
Oh.
I don't know.
Don't
if
worry,
that's-
his balls will not know that you've seen him. That you've seen
Okay,
him.
good. All right, that's fine. I'm okay with that. That's fine.
I
His
think
balls
I
are
think
not-
Homeboy had intentions of someone seeing his balls that day.
Okay. All right. That's what I wanted to know. I just wanted to know, like, is that the thing, like, because I thought gray sweatpants were just for, like, I don't know, fall weather. I didn't, but if they're actually a thing that you guys know about that you,
I wear gray sweatpants all the time.
I'm not a big
yes,
fan
you
of
it.
do,
I'm not a big fan
Jeremy.
of gray
Yes, you
sweatpants.
do. What? Sorry.
I don't
go
think
on.
there's a
I'm
pair
not
of
a
gray
big fan
sweatpants
of
out
it.
there.
I'm not a gray sweatpants guy. I'm not a big fan of them.
Really?
Nah.
Wait, what did Megan say? Is it still gray sweatpants season? Yeah, in New York it is. We have not warmed up at all.
Solid question.
My eyes are up here. Did he say? Oh yeah, that's fair. Did I sexualize him? My fault. I sexualized him. That's my bad. My fault. Sorry. Oh shit. All right. Outside the box, you want to tell us about James? How do you say his last name?
Do you know what? I call him James Plig, but I'm going to have to find out if that's how you pronounce it for Sunday.
I thought it was Piggy.
Yeah, I don't want to call him that on Sunday, and then I'm like, that's not my name.
That would suck.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You just gotta ask him,
Yeah,
hey, is it Plig? And then you say no. Yeah, just don't call him right away.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
There you go. Is he
But
from
yeah,
the UK? I forget. We talked about him, but I don't remember.
No, he's American.
Okay.
Yeah, they're American. Do you want to see the video that Jeremy was talking about?
Oh, it's funny.
No, I did not. I
Alright.
still have his big ass chest on my second monitor with his giant.
Seamal
eagle.
like it. Can I share it?
Yeah, go ahead.
You'll have to bring it up.
Yep, I got you.
There you go. See, I know
Oh,
what to
this is
do.
good.
I'll command this show.
Go ahead. I see.
This is what Jeremy sent me the other day, but this is the actual song. Look how big this dude is.
chaos.
So they're a complete rock band.
Look at this
Oh my
thick one.
God.
He is
Fuck it.
thick.
Talk about a baby rhino.
Seriously. There it goes. This is good.
Yeah, so there's lots of memes going around, like apart from anything but the music of that
Jesus.
running man meme. And they put that like him running on stage to like different songs. It'll be like SpongeBob SquarePants, fucking different like music.
Seema looks like a church worship service. called Pentecost.
Oh my God. She is not wrong. I grew up in one of those, Seema. Oh my goodness,
That's
man.
funny.
That's
But
All
he's
right.
got a company called Mass Movement as well. He's a coach.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
kind of
No.
like a fitness coach or
Yeah, it's him and another guy called Ethan, and Ethan's an Olympic weightlifting coach, and then he's like into like power building, like bodybuilding kind of stuff.
dope.
Yeah, but they sell their services on Patreon,
Okay.
which is weird. That I've never heard of any like fitness company being on Patreon before.
Yeah.
So we'll find out about that on Sunday.
Just
Are
don't
you guys
insult
going-
him, dude. He looks dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys? You guys are on like Spotify and shit now too, right?
Yeah, we go on Spotify and YouTube. That's about it.
That's what you guys got.
Chris is
Okay,
trying
cool.
to get us to go on Rumble, but Rumble's not. I don't know if Rumble's our kind of crowd.
Rumble's so fucking annoying to go on live. Like I've tried to do it so many times and it's so annoying to try to get on live. I can get on there, but I hate it. That's what I said about him. No, just kidding. So anyway,
Yeah,
I needed
we've
that.
got some.
That's what
We've got
he
some
said.
good guests
Joe.
lined up coming up,
Huh?
but I just need to. I said we've got some good guests lined up. I just need to
Yeah.
nail
it's
down
gonna-
some times for them. Yeah, got some big people coming on.
Do you guys only go on Sunday or?
Every Sunday, yes, but then some Wednesdays as well. I'm just so
Okay.
busy. Jake, he can go live a bit more than I can, but obviously we're just kind of like outside the box. We're just kind of doing it whenever, obviously
You
I'm
can.
free. Whereas he's doing more on the base.
Gotcha. All right,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah,
We let
and then
Jan take
whenever we
over
go
the
on here
show.
as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't forget about us. We let Jan take over a little bit. And then Jeremy, thanks for coming on. Methew, hopefully we'll see you before Syndicate. We'll definitely make a plan. And
Yes, let me know.
And Jan
Well,
and Jake.
don't call him John.
I
Yeah.
put
I don't
I
mind.
put
You can call me John
Jan
if you want. I don't mind. That's my name.
I put Jan and Jake together
All the
as
time.
one. They're
Yake.
coming on soon, right?
Yake.
Oh, Yake.
Yake.
Okay.
I always say Yake.
Yay.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Bye,
It was
guys.
a blast.
This is
we'll see you
awesome.
on the next go
Appreciate you.
round. Super
Bye.
fun. Deuces.